This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Well, let me tell you something. I have something today that I've never been more excited about anything in quite some time. Matter of fact, I've been excited about a lot of things lately, but this one was a surprise to me. The actual creator, which I just dropped a box, of course, Miguel Vilitskowski. Hope I didn't butcher that too much, especially since I'm still trying to recover here and be able to speak with hydration issues. But got a hold of me and said, "Hey Rob, I have this game. I really think it's up your alley. Would you be willing to check it out?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. What's it about?" Pirates. Pirates. I love pirate games. Okay, Merchants, Blackbeard. These are all games that are in my top 100 and I absolutely love. But when I finally got in Shimmer Me Timbers, a game I knew nothing about, oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. I'm not going to tell you all the rules. I'm not going to go over everything, but we are going to talk about this special game. We're going to go down the table. I'm going to show you a few things, and then we'll come back up. And boy, have I got a lot to say about this. So because I have to, there's just so much going on, I just set up a little itty bitty board here because I wanted to show everything off, but I wanted to focus in on the ship, and then we'll go to some of the other boards. You'll take a look at the ship board, and as well as the life board and victory point board, and where you do your fighting and all this stuff. This is just unbelievable and a phenomenal experience. You're going to have some of these ships and things throughout here, and what you're going to be doing is you are going to be sailing around, trying to go from port to port to sell different types of stuff. Now, as you can see, you can actually try to even attack the castles here. The forts, excuse me. Now, movement is really easy, and I want to take a look at this ship, and I want to show you how brilliant this is. The number of guns you have, well, guess what? That's the number of guns. We'll talk a little bit about fighting later on. You usually start off with a lot smaller, 3 cargo hold. Your hold is right here. When it's on nothing, it's on nothing. When you're on white, you have sugar, cocoa, and other resources that you're able to have. You have a movement of 3, and at the beginning of every turn, you're going to turn over a card. This is going to add +2, so you can move 5. So where are you moving to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can move there. That isn't a really good turn. You're going to have 3 actions, okay, that you're going to use, and you're going to be using those actions to go. You're going to want to take your cargo and go to the different islands, and each island will be selling things for different values. Okay, so you'll be able to sell sugar and things like here, but you can also treasure hunt here. And we'll show that on the other board, but there are cards that are going to give you, and we'll talk more about this when we start showing the player board. The ships, you can expand and you can add things and you can buy things to upgrade your ships. Of course, you only start with 3 cannons. There's one here. So you can start with that, and then you're going to build from here. A really neat mechanism in how it works. But going from island to island, you are going to do different things. But as you go, you can actually maybe attack a merchant ship. You turn it over and you're going to have a set of things that you are going to attack. If you're able to defeat it, you will be able to get that amount of gold, which is going to help you with your quest, because you have life goals that you are going to be trying to accomplish throughout the game. And like I said, you get 3 actions per turn. You're going to be able to upgrade ships. They give you a thing that tells you exactly how where you can get it for the certain resources for the cheapest to sell it for the most. You can hunt for treasure. You can hire crew. Okay, you will be able to buy crew that are going to help you and give you different abilities that are going to help you along the way with your ship. Also, you are going to go on missions. There's going to be certain missions that you can do. Some hidden, some not. Okay. Hunt monsters. Yes, there are krakens in here. Boarding actions we'll talk about, and raids we'll talk about. But this whole thing has this incredible Sid Meier's feel to it. And when you go to a certain island or a port or Port Royale, that you are going to be able to do certain things here that are really different. Each place will give you a different chance to claim certain things, and you can use your actions in the variance of ways. Again, not telling you all the rules, but just giving you a brief overview, because we're going to talk a lot more about this game at the end. Okay, so let's go to check out the player board. Here we have the player board. And you're going to have a section where you're going to have certain traits depending on what type of pirate or merchant you decide to be, if in case you want to be a merchant. You're going to be able to attribute treasures. And in order to do that, you are going to go to an island, find draw a certain amount of cards, pick the one that you think that you can attempt. Now, for instance, here, the mark goes on 19. So you're going to count out 19. You're going to put a red cube somewhere along here. You're going to use actions, and depending on certain abilities that you have, you are going to try to do this as quick as you can, so you can take this, okay, and apply it into your hull here. Okay, this is going to help you because it's going to give you victory points. The main thing is to have the most victory points at the end of the game. Getting it isn't as easy as you think you can, and there's going to be certain different things that you're going to be able to do, okay, and attribute things. You're also, if you remember, we were going around trying to, we were checking out the ships that you can actually do battle. There are things that you can actually run in and pick up family members, maybe go on missions that are going to give you victory points, maybe find a long-lost father, and most of all, sometimes fall in love and get married as long as you can meet certain requirements, which are going to give you. You're going to be able to purchase crew, and they are going to be on board here. They're going to give you all kinds of different abilities. Daring cabin boys. You can have somebody that's going to give you more strength to fight some of the ships, and trust me, even the smaller ships are really hard to beat at times, but glorious in every word. There's spies, smugglers, first mates that are all going to help you through, especially in battle. And what about battle? Well, let's go check out that board, because boy, this is special as just as well. One of the coolest parts of this game, and it feels Sid Meier's Pirates. And God bless them for doing it, because it's absolutely fantastic. Now up here, you're going to have certain goals, and you're going to try to get these if you can. So depending on how many players you have is how many of these will be filled out. You will get 10 victory points if you were able to do this. For this one particularly, defeat 7 ships. You would get 10, and the second person would get 5. Here, hide 3 treasures in your chest. Well, here's your chest, and inside you're going to have certain life goals that you are going to randomly draw and put in there, and try to keep them secret from everybody and try to accomplish these. Okay, if you're able to accomplish these, guess what? It can't be stolen from you, can't be taken from you, and at the end of the game you will get those points and help you out. But the most intriguing thing is, like we said, when you go and run into a merchant or a pirate hunter, you are going to combat. And if you go for a boarding action, well, guess what you are going to be fighting? You are going to be taking these cards, and depending on your strength and some of the other things that are going to happen, you are going to get a certain amount of cards for each player. Okay, and the other player will always play the second player. So you are going to match up, and for instance here, he decides to attack for 1. Okay, that's going to move the thing 1. Does he have anything that he can block it with? Yes, he does. That takes care of that. Then the next go is going to be this man's turn, and he's going to attack for 3. Does he have anything to block it with? No, he does not. It moves 3 spaces that way. Oh, he's in danger of losing the whole thing. He's going to come back and say, no, I'm going to hit you for 2, and this time I'm going to stop you. And this time he has something to block him with. So it's a standoff. And then finally, he's going to say, oh, I'm going to go at it, and I'm going to attack you for 3, and I have no more cards, and I've lost the battle. Well, now you get all the victory from that shit, the 1,200 gold and some of the other stuff. And sometimes you free parents and sisters, or find a very nice wife that will help and want to marry you, or a long lost whatever. So many variants, so many exciting things. This just does everything that you can ever imagine and want from a pirate game, and a great pirate game at that. Shiver Me Timbers is a masterpiece. Let's go up top and get my final thoughts. All right, I'm gonna show you a little trick here. Okay. Number one, when you are taking off, some people have been complaining about when you take off some of the things, always keep the front down, okay, and then pull off and add on, and then the back, it just goes in like that. So it makes the change pretty quick if you have to take pieces off or not. I know some people complained about, but I'm telling you right now, for me, these are freaking superb. I love, oh, okay, I've got so many cocoa, I have so many this, I have so many that. They're easy to move around. Everything just works out perfectly. And then you just go around blowing everybody up that you need to blow up, or hunting whatever treasure. Listen, I am a massive Sid Meier pirate fan. I've played that game until the cows come home. I still play it on my Xbox One. I actually downloaded the old version of it that was for Xbox, and I still play it to this day. I have a one of those retro boxes that I play it on there. Okay, the ones that come with Super Nintendo, and everything like that. I play every version of Pirates that I possibly can because I love that game. I always will, and it's one of my top games of all time. When I started playing this, exactly what went through my head. Finally, Pirates on the board. Okay, it has that feel. There's a lot of differences. There's no Krakens. In the video game version of this, but this is an homage to it. This is a superbly done game. The battling, every little nuance. It takes a while to learn this, but when you do, you are hopelessly addicted to it. At least I am, and I really think this is one of the best games I've played in quite some time. Now, lately, everything's been on fire for me. Some of the stuff that we've been getting in, but I'm telling you, as far as a Pirates game, the more I play it, the more I love it than anything else I have. Okay, the boards are beautiful. The components are ridiculous. The boxes are superb. The metal coins are glorious. We don't show them in this one. Just moving throughout the islands, the way wind works, and events happen. Different types of things, your life events, your when you go and you fight some pirates or pirate hunters and stuff like that, getting across, coming up with your strategy, absolutely fantastic. Now, one of the things that I'm working on is a solo variant for this, and I think I've got it figured out. We're going to be playing this game live utilizing that solo variant, so I don't want anybody to get confused if you see coming forward what's going on, but I expect next week that we'll be doing the solo variant. I'm testing very soon, and then I want to make sure that I got it nailed down. I think I've got this where I can make this really first of all, it's amazing to play with other players, but I think I can make it where you can really have a tough go at this and really feel the game, and if you want to play it solo. I think no matter what, I think you could play it solo. You just take a few things out, but I want to try to get the full feel of the game and really get that. This game gets some of my highest marks. Superb, glorious, just fantastic. That's all I can say. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.